Well, hello and welcome to the August 2022 Jaffra Amber Region Leader and Future Leader Meeting of the Month. This is our action planning session, and mid-month coming up, I believe it's on the 16th, we do a goal getting session. So there's 2 sessions for all leaders and future leaders each and every month. Today, there is nothing better than celebrating 66 years. And leaders, the reason we're here is because of you. We know that Jan and Frank built an incredible company from the hills of Malibu. We're so proud to be even introducing the home spray, all about Malibu. The smell, the feel of the beautiful home where Jan and Frank started. And we launched our new home line. So we really have the heart of Jaffra right here in the concept. But every time you share Jaffra, it means you care about someone, giving them the choice to buy, to book, to begin, or to build. Today is a renewal of the new you in our 66th year. So let's go forward and talk about what we have in store in this anniversary month, kicking off anniversary season, getting ready for fall and holiday. I want to go back to where we ended on our business meeting on Monday. And the reason I'm going here is because we had a couple of questions about the anniversary party this Saturday. So let me take you to that. If I could have everybody mute, please, that would be great. So what we have first is this Saturday, just a couple of details, just to help you leaders get ready. Whether you're sitting in a Zoom camera by yourself at home, or you've rented a room, or you're sitting at your dining room table with a team of consultants, clients, and guests. That Zoom room, just for you, by the way, is how we're going to be watching this together. You already have the Zoom number. It's posted everywhere. It's in last month's action, and we'll have it at the end today. But remember this, it starts at 10 a.m. I'm going to give you a couple of tips. You want to be there early, okay? Early birds do get the prizes in Jaffra. You want to make sure you've got orange pom-poms. I went to Walmart. You can find them on Amazon if you haven't gotten them yet. But we're going to be using our orange pom-poms to represent the Amber region. Because it's a Zoom meeting, we will see the gallery of everybody on the screen. And every region, every leader in every region, every consultant will want to have their colored pom-poms. When we go to the September tour, you will bring those pom-poms as well. This is about regional pride and celebration. So just a couple of tips to get ready for this Saturday, whether you're alone or in your own Zoom room with people. Have your pom-poms. Make sure you've got some fun decor, maybe a birthday backdrop. I just took this picture out of the business meeting. I saved it in my paint program, and I added it to my backdrop. So have your backdrops ready in any way you want, or maybe your branch name on the background. Make sure you've got it decorated for fun. You might want to give out some birthday gift bags to everybody who attends. Make sure you've got some bubbly of some sort. That's up to you, but just go get something bubbly or some water with fresh fruit. We will be doing toasts at the very end as a toast to the new year. So get your glasses, get your goblets, get your plastic containers, whatever you prefer. And together we will be in the gallery doing a toast with Houdith. Have a birthday cake. We're going to be cutting into the Jaffra birthday cake on the virtual event. And again, make sure you come in your party attire, and it is a party. Make sure, again, if you're having a live event, you've got some sampling stations for your consultants and your guests. You have maybe name tags so they all get to know each other. Have some fun icebreaker games or Jaffra trivia games with those that are with you live. Bring some recognition and help them set some goals for the new you in the new year. One last tip I have is when you are in a room, like I'm at a community center in Minnesota, we'll probably have, a dozen people there. We just need one device to sign in, okay? Just one, because we can only hold 1,000 people in a Zoom room. So we don't want everybody seeing it or watching it together and everybody's logged in separately. So if they're going to do a trivia game and there's going to be a prize, they will call out Jackie Geisinger because it's my Zoom room, but everybody who's sitting with me, I get the prize, and I will just draw from everybody there who will earn that prize from me, okay? Who gets it, okay? So I'm just gonna have everybody sign in, number 1 through 10, and I will just go on my phone and do random.org, and I'll pick a number 1 through 10, and that's my winner, okay? So those are all of your tips for this Saturday. Let me just pause. Is there anyone with questions out there in the audience? Okay, awesome. I'm going to keep going, but I wanted to give you the update how to make your event absolutely a Jafra party, because that's what this is. It'll be about 90 minutes. That's the goal. And it is recognition and celebration. We're not there to have this whole training meeting. So we already did the business kickoff. You've got your leader meeting today and celebration next week. It's a great time that you might want to have everybody fill out their 66 wishes, wants, and gratitude statements. So it's a fun time for you to take a look and say, wow, what do I want different in my 66th year? You will have these slides if you want to print this and have them do this at your Saturday party. You certainly can, but it's a time of reflection and a time of future wishes and wants. What would be different for you for all that you're grateful for in the past years you've been with Jafra? So you can utilize that if you'd like something fun to do. Maybe you give a gift for everybody who fills out 66 throughout the morning. This again, there's your Zoom number. If you don't have it, look on the screen, 801-357-40723. Take a picture, write it down. Again, it's posted everywhere, but just in case you need it today. Remember, again, for September, congratulations, Amber Region. You have the most registrations. We're typically never the most, and you are. So I'm so excited to be able to see most of you. Right now, I am looking at going to Los Angeles for sure. I will be in Charlotte, and I have a third pending location potentially. Could be Dallas. I'm not sure. It'll be where maybe the most of you are in the English market. This will be bilingual, and you are able to bring guests. This is new. So I want you to really think about everyone that's coming from your team. Who can they invite to come experience Jafra? Maybe their number one client, maybe their best friend who loves Jafra or who would love Jafra. So make sure that you absolutely drive everybody to bring a friend. That's including lunch for $49, a bag of gifts, and an entire day filled with fun, inspiration, recognition, and lots to learn, kicking off the holiday line. So maybe have a client contest if you want to, and you could do everybody who orders this month goes into a drawing and they can come as your guest. So I'm just saying it's worth it to bring guests. Remember to get registered. Sooner is better, because when the rooms are filled, they're filled and we cannot open more chairs. That's just the rules of the hotels. Some have 250 and some have up to 500 seats. I love Helen Wells' idea. I know she shared it before, but I just wanted to reiterate. She's doing a challenge with her team. She's giving away one $49 registration for every 6 in attendance. So she'll rebate it back that day as the tables are filled from her team. So thanks, Helen, for that great idea. So let me pause. Any questions on the tour? Okay. So for those of you that have to fly, you know what? Go ahead, Helen.
Okay, so we tried to register a guest last night, but they have to have a case number to register. How do we register guests?
It shouldn't be that way. So let me put a note out to CRT. Thank you for that. Thank you. Thank you. So I'll give that update in WhatsApp for all the leaders. Thank you. I appreciate that. We will fix that in a second. So good job on that, by the way. So love it. Okay. So for those of you traveling, you know what? I can tell you, because it's costly, right? You've got hotels, you've got airfare, but why not do a weekend of parties with your team? Don't let them miss this. This is your national conference. This is our one gathering of the whole year that we're going to see thousands of people, and nothing better than a whole Jafra day live in action. So again, don't say no, pause and think. and find a way to get there. You're the boss, so you can't afford to miss it. That's for sure. So take a peek at all the ideas, work with your team on finding ways to help everybody earn and get there. So as we kick this off, for those of you maybe who don't know me, I'm Jackie Geisinger, and I'm the Regional Business Development Coach for the Amber Region English market. We do have 8 different markets across the United States, 7 Hispanic and 6 English. If you're here as a future manager, we welcome you. We thank you for joining this leader team, and we look forward to having you officially qualified to really be a leader in the Amber Region leader team. Really, when you take a look at the business meeting, I'm not here to repeat the business meeting. My mission leaders this is like the good old fashioned days. I've been in Jeff for 41 years. We used to go to hotels and have 3-hour leader meetings in the afternoon, consultant trainings in the evening. Don't panic. I'm not here for 3 hours. But what I want to bring you today is really leader training, a time for you to think about. You might know some tips, but you're going to hear from top leaders, but really strategize. This is a big quarter, and we're moving into the best quarter of the year, fall and holiday. So when we take a look, there's 3 ways to achieve your goals. Success is never asking yourself if you can, but asking yourself, how will I achieve it? And what am I setting out to do? If you don't know what you plan to achieve, August through December, nothing's going to change. So there's 3 ways to achieve any goal you set. 1, you buy products and you sell products you love. This is the message for all of your consultants. What if you called every consultant in your branch and just said, thank you, happy anniversary? Are you really buying and selling all the products that we have? Would you like to know more what you could do? Sharing the opportunity is what leaders do. That's what commission is for, is growing the Jafra company. So do you have plans every day, every week in your calendar to not just buy and sell products, but to share the opportunity? The only way Jafra Cosmetics grows is more people. It's never more sales. We need more people who bring more sales, and so do you. Just like your commission, it's built on the number of people in your team, never the number of orders, even though that matters to help you build the sales. The third thing I challenge you all to take a new view of in 66 is growing your team. When was the last time you promoted a leader? When was the last time you had a title advancement for the first time? Today, we're going to talk about all the tools and ways to do all 3. This is a business about 3 ways that you have income when you're in the leader opportunity. So I challenge you to revisit, what am I doing? What am I planning to do and setting out to do? And check in with yourself every day to make sure your calendar reflects all 3. So we know in the first mantra, what does Jafra give us in the month of August? For buying and selling products, this is from Vicky Hacking. We know our beautiful Bronwyn out there puts this together. Oh my gosh, deal, 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 deal. We are providing the best economic ways for people to shop Jafra as a client, and of course, even more when they begin. But really showing your team, do you do a shopping show the first week of the month with your consultants to take them through the book look? Hop on Vicky's Saturday calls. She has this every Saturday. Bronwyn brings us the best deals of the week. So make sure you're utilizing that and bring your team to Vicky's Saturday calls at 9 a.m. When you think of what Jafra gave us this month, you have 6 different versions of something new right here. How are you using those new products? I know Betty said she's so excited about the new home. How does that help you meet new? Life is about new. A business without new is planning to eventually close. That is, we know, Steve Jobs talks about that, and that is the most important mantra of any business, is new. So pause and think as a leader, how do I help my clients and consultants know these products, show these products, and introduce them so I can meet new people? Jafra also gives us more party offers every month. Do you use these party offers to build parties? Jen and Frank started with parties, and today they're alive and well in direct selling, even more post-COVID. So when you look at this, we have the great offer of the exfoliating trio. What an opportunity to use that for booking tools. Who wouldn't want a microdermabrasion gift this month for hosting a royal birthday party with you? And then look at this next hostess offer. We know we have 4 sales levels for hostesses, but this is your 5th one, 5 bundles for hostesses. Look at that price for your host only. With the $400 party, you would have a product at $12.75 each as a hostess, right? Sorry. So, I mean, when you look at that, it's 51% off for $51. That's a huge deal. So again, are we really talking parties and hostesses? What does Jafra have for all of you? Leaders, this is a time. I'm not here to review the promotions, but right now today, it's about how many winners do you plan to grow? The more recognition achievers, the more success your sales will be. So how many VIPs will you have in Q3? I love the VIP report. It is so important. You can track who's at 50%, ordering 300 every other month. You can look at your VIPs there, and even you're welcome to Jafra. So set a goal right now. How many are you watching to earn the watch? 400 in July, August, September, and in October. Again, they're not just in the club, they're receiving all of their gifts. This is that month to go back to the Welcome to Jafra reports. Do you have any new? And what will you do different to ensure every new goes all the way to VIP in our first 4 months? We're going to talk about that at the end. And we know at $1,000, there's free shipping. So what are your personal sales goals to buy and sell Jafra? Your branch and your district. Winners make you a winning team. And we want that growing just like new with everything. Now we go to segment 2. We talked about buying and selling, but we're going to do more training on that on Tuesday. We're going to talk about parties with Linda Wright. We're going to talk about how this incredible virtual try-on and skin consult is working for Gail Jameson, who will be my co-host. So bring your consultants Tuesday to hear more on how to grow sales during this new year. Now we go to part 2, sharing the opportunity. The biggest joy in this business as a leader is new consultants, new leaders, new directors. Nothing brings more joy. I love this photo in the action. I hope you're posting it, spamming it, sending it in a text and inviting people. Between that and our opportunity video, this really says it all, how we're celebrating Jafra, and we know it's the one for everyone. So how are you bringing this to life? Maybe you could focus on 1 bubble a week and do a live testimony. It really is about caring enough to make a difference. If you're not sponsoring, we're not helping people. We know they love our products, but the biggest change for people is the opportunity. It's our best product, not royal jelly. So I'm going to pause a minute before we bring in our first guest to share. When we look at this, we look at this business. It's about balance. Striking a balance allows you to enjoy financial and emotional rewards that are created with strong product sales and consistent sponsoring, not just for a trip and then we stop, not just for a bonus and then we stop. If you're only creating product sales, that's all you're looking for. When you start asking and inviting people to join your business, to be your business partner, to be a part of your team, a part of our 66th anniversary, with the same gusto and enthusiasm that you do with product, you will sponsor. The best way to help enough people get what they want is to consistently deliver a balanced message about products and opportunity, and teaching your team to do the same. If they don't see you sponsor, they won't sponsor. They always follow the leader. Well, speaking of leaders, I wanted to bring to you today Miss Gina O'Neill. She does a beautiful job sponsoring. She is one of our top. She has literally earned the most quarterly bonuses of all leaders in the English market. That $500 bonus. She's out doing vendor shows, personals, and parties. And I had the privilege to be at a Hastings booth this weekend with Gina. and in my town, and she just shared some of the coolest ideas. So let me take you back to the crowd and let's spotlight our beautiful Gina O'Neill. Gina, come on in, girl. Hello, Miss Gina. I'm going to come on with you here. So, Gina, I was having so much fun. You are on a roll with your sponsoring. We all want to share, but we want to get those muscles going. So tell us first a little bit about what you were doing last month with the less than $10 kit. Share your strategy and how you sponsored, please.
It's really simple when you think about it. With the kits being less than $10, it is like crazy, right? So I just did boosted my post on Facebook, and whoever responded that they wanted, that they're interested or they want more information, then I would just give them the information. And then later on, if they don't say anything, then my little thing that I've been doing is like, I pretend that I am the company, which I am. I am my own company. So I say to them, I have been authorized to give out 3 free kits. Are you still interested? Boom. I got like 3 people that have responded. So that's kind of how it started. And then once I get, then I said, you have to call me so that we can talk a little bit and chat to see what your interests are and what you would like to see happen. So that is exactly what I did. And 2 of the people are very excited, and they have told me what they do and how we're going to get them started. So it's all starting with conversations, because I believe in just doing that, not just giving out a free kit, which to me, that's only like, what, under $20. So to get them started with the business, it's kind of like my gift to them to say, you know, let's help you develop. And it's been exciting because I did find 2 people that are very willing to get going. So
Gina, how often did you boost? For how long? What was your demographics? Give us a little more detail on your boost, please.
basically what I do is I really shorten the demographics age-wise. I do still use the whole United States because I'll still get some international people wanting some information. So I try and do that, exclude and only have the United States as my central domain. The other thing is that I just shortened it from like 22 to 35. So you're getting a limited amount of people because they're the ones that are more interested in side gigs, you know, or having that opportunity to work at home. So that's kind of what I've been trying to do, is to really shorten that amount of the age group. And then they have like special interests where you can click on, you know, people that have salons, skincare, makeup artists, you know, the whole, like even people that love to shop. I have included that group as well. You know, like clothing, retail people.
How often did you run it and what did you spend?
I would run about $30 for like 2 weeks. That's like $3 a day. And then I do another one depending on how many responses I get. So last month I ran it twice. So 2 15-day increments, $30 to $35 each time.
Excellent. And how many did you sponsor in your team last month?
4.
Excellent. And
well,
one
actually 8.
I was going to say that's 4 qualified. So she had her $200 bonus, and she has 4 more qualifying this month because she's focused on the quarterly bonus. So woo-hoo, congratulations. That's fantastic. Gina, I know you also, just kind of before we step away, because I showed you beautiful display, you've been doing some tabletops, you've been hosting a couple of parties and personals here and there, which is also another strategy you have for growing sponsoring. What are you noticing at the expos? Any advice, because we're out here doing tabletops again?
Well, right now, earlier during the year, when I started back again, after I got back from my winter snowbirding thing, I went back to doing some of these in March, and they were busy at that time because people were ready to come out and get going. Now I believe it has slowed up a little bit in the fact that people are just very, what's the word I was going to say? Very cautious about spending, because, this last event that you visited me at, it's a 3-day event. I really pull out everything. When I have a big event like that, I put out everything because I never know what somebody might catch their eye, that sort of thing. If I have a shorter event, I don't put that much out. So basically, it's just right now with our economy and things like that that are going on, I think it's changed a little bit in terms of what they're not spending a big amount. They're spending smaller amounts because it makes them feel good to be able to afford something. So what I did is I promoted the National Lipstick Day. And I said, hey, you're in luck. It's going all weekend. So with our $11 lipsticks, that was one of the bigger sales. It takes a lot to have that many sales to, with $11, but it worked. So that's some of the things that you've always taught us about, promoting the national this and that. And I forgot to promote National Avocado Day because we have so many products with avocado. And I, kind of slipped my mind, but that's one of the things I always look at to make sure we mention whatever I'm doing that fits, that national whatever day it is.
Excellent. So before we go, I saw a question. What was it you literally posted in your post there? You boosted?
When I boost, I just do a little video. It's not even me. It's just the kit, and I have like a heart that's just pounding. That was my last post. Sometimes I'll do just a picture post. Sometimes I'll go on live, and I do one live at least once or twice a month, at least once. And I do mention that the best thing, if you're hopping on, the best product we have is our business kits. So I promote that a lot. So that's what I post, basically the business kit. I don't say anything else, just what the content is that we get from Jafra.
Excellent. Well, Gina, you're leading the way. Top last month. We just want to say congratulations. Thank you so much for sharing. Don't hesitate. Gina has been boosting for a long time, and it's a strategy. You've got to stick with it and keep doing it, right, Gina? So, correct. All right. We look forward because I know she found a future manager or two within these new ones. So we're excited about that for you.
Yeah. I have one thing to say. I've been watching a lot of financial people that are on our Facebook reels. So I would click onto them. One of the guys that says that was really interesting. So I've been using this. It says, use your regular job to pay for your bills. Have a side gig to pay for your dreams.
Oh, I love that.
I know. Yeah.
Woo! That one
I've been using
is going to stay. That's awesome. Thank you. Let's congratulate again, everyone. Gina O'Neill. Thank you so very much. Appreciate you. All right, let's take us back to our next piece about sharing the opportunity. As we know, I'm not here to read all of this to you. This is just a list for you. We did this last meeting, leader meeting. We had you in 8 minutes come up with about 14 to 15 ways to sponsor. So I pulled out something. It's a little outdated. It's from a long time ago when we did a meeting, but it's 20 fast ways to sponsor. Again, to grow as a leader, to grow in our compensation plan, it's adding new. Boosting is something that's been around for a few years, but it's nothing new to Gina, but it might be to you. Just do it. Don't wait till you figure it out. These are some of the top 20 ways. I have to tell you, when I looked at these 20 ways, this is an old article from probably 5-10 years ago. I was like, wow, nothing's changed. We just have more tools than ever before. You have training to teach your team how to prospect sitting in Jafra Biz. You have a story. So when it says share your 30-second story, like Gina just said, talk about 66 years in your story. When you sponsor, you have 3 fantastic guides. How do you teach your team to sponsor? Are you using the virtual conversation guide? Why not? It's before, during, and after sponsoring. We have to help them get started. How do you do orientation? You use the new consultant guide and the 24-hour checklist. You have a 90-second video. How many times a day are you texting that? It goes on and on. Virtual try-ons, samples, flyers, door hangers. We have parties. Everything you attend should have guests to it. Websites. I challenge you to take this list and every week make a new focus on what you're going to do, or just pick one or two like Gina. I know Gina has 3 top ones. She's doing tabletops, personals and parties, and boosting. Those are her 3 top recipes for continuously being the top sponsor in the nation and leader year after year. So that's for you to take a look, print the page, make your plan, and work with your future leaders to make their plan. All right, everyone. Leaders, it's time to change. It's time to grow the Amber region. We've been getting close to 100 new sponsors a month. We used to have 200 to 300 a month. Just telling you. Now it's time to get moving. We grew 126 new consultants last month, and that's the highest we've had in 2022 yet. So congrats. But this is 66 months to be the best. It's time to go from last place to first place, Amber region. Yes, it's true. And that is, when you win, we all win. So I challenge you all to be early. Be early. Earn this fabulous wristlet and these amazing glasses. If you earn them early and you show them off, you do a reel, a TikTok, and you tell your team how you did it and invite them to be green by 19 and do it too, they will. Early birds always win. Don't do last day to get your first prize. So again, we're all going to be traveling next year. There's going to be Jaffra trips, Jaffra conferences or tours, and we need that luggage. So right now on your paper, how will you add 3 new in our 66th month? Let's make Jan and Frank proud that we are here to keep Jaffra alive for the next generations and growing from every age that Gina's focused on through retirement. This is the time. Jaffra listened to you. And the only way we're going to keep giving you what you ask for is when we use it. You asked to have skincare in a kit. You have 2 gold products, literally at about 90% off, right? I'm not really about the kit, but I can't believe you can join and get $90 of gold products for $9.90. I paid $95 in 1981 to join Jaffra. We have packs that, honestly, between that kit and a pack, it's incredible what they receive. So right now, write down your goals. What is your commitment, leaders, to your personal QNCs this month? To your branch QNCs? How many will you have a fabulous bee party? There's bees on these glasses. This says Jaffra on the glass holder, your bee. Have a bee celebration party next month. Anniversary quarter is all this season, August and September. Then we'll kick into holiday in October. So again, earn it early so you can have this parade of winners next month on Zoom or together in a meeting room. Set your district goals, call your leaders, and get on a mission to be the best and get back to what we love most, new. So as we wrap this up, before we go, how to grow a team, let's talk about your weekly activities. This is old school training, but it's new school still today. There are 4 B's: buy, book, begin, and build. And we offer those services to everyone without judgment. Remember to keep your business moving forward with constant momentum, like riding a bike. A broken spoke means you have a flat tire and can't keep moving forward. Is to make sure your weekly activities include every action on the spoke of success. Contacting new clients, calling clients and inviting them to the B's, or who do they know for referrals. Holding parties and personals are alive and well. If they're across the nation, do a Zoom room. If not, get in a room. People are getting together. Those are the top ways to lead to recruiting in this business. That's how direct sales was built. When you eliminate one or two of these actions, we're not calling our clients, offering every service and asking for referrals. We're not holding personals and parties. You might have a broken spoke and you're going to struggle with the sponsoring and then training people to do the business where they're sponsoring. If people don't sponsor, there's a broken spoke on the wheel. So again, this is a time to reevaluate. What do you do weekly? How do you do it? And do you offer everything we have? It's time to have your wheel of success, just like Gina, turning and growing in the 66th year. That leads us to our third segment in our first half of today, grow your team. What has Jafra given us? We're back. We rolled it back to the 4 equals leadership. There's so much more with 4. How many new leaders will you grow during this peak holiday and income need that people have? I love Gina's quote. We have brought back probably the best bonus plan, the smartest bonus plan I've ever seen for new and promoting managers to be strong for 6 months and earning $1,200 of bonuses, plus business tools that they can meet more new people. Thank you, Jafra, for bringing that to us. Today, I wanted to invite a couple of beautiful ladies. They are part of our Board of Directors 2022. They are here together because they're in the same district in our Board of Directors team. They're here to share today a little bit about the joy of being a leader, but developing new leaders and working with a team. So I want to introduce you to our beautiful Carol Boyer and Pat Clover. Let me take us back to our audience and spotlight our beauty queens today. Carol Boyer, come on in. I'm going to add your spotlight. Sorry, my mouse is just acting odd today, so forgive me. Let me grab that. And then we're going to grab our beautiful, there's our spotlight on Pat and our spotlight on Carol. Hello, beautiful ladies and Board of Directors. It's great to have you, Pat and Carol. Thank you for joining us today.
Great.
So,
well, I'm really excited that Pat and I are using almost the same backgrounds, except Pat's got a little extra zoom to hers and zing. So I hope my Wi-Fi doesn't weird out because it's been having some issues. But I think
let me start with first, ladies. Let me just ask you each this. Tell me, and thank you, Gina. Gina just put your quote in the chat, by the way. So Pat and Carol, and I'll start with Carol first, okay? And then we'll go to Pat because Carol promoted Pat. Tell us, why did you want to be a leader, Carol? Okay, she froze. I'm going to go to Pat first. So Pat, she was right. It might happen. So Pat, take it away first. Tell us, why was leadership one of your goals when you were in Jafra?
Well, hello, everyone. I'm excited to share with you. First of all, when I started to do this business, I started out just personally for myself. And it didn't take me very long at all to realize that this was something that I could use for my retirement benefits. But most of all, I really didn't like getting things after everyone else did. And as a leader, I could get things first. I could hear it first. And now I'm playing a role in helping to share and mold and change the lives of all of our consultants. We're able to, by being on the Board of Directors, which is an honor, I'm able to see things from the consultant perspective and as a leader perspective, and then as a future district director perspective, and put it all together so that it will give more rewards and change more lives of the women and men that I come across. And that's the most important thing for me, is to be able to help others. I've always been a humanitarian, so I'm always trying to help somebody with something. So if it says you can only help somebody, so that's my goal. So I focus strictly on sponsoring, giving people the opportunity, the same opportunity that was given to me to give to others. And I try to do that consistently. And it just makes you feel so good. It's something that bubbles all up in you when you share something with someone else and they say yes, and you get these chills all over your body. It's like, they said yes. It's like saying yes to the dress. So, say
Right.
yes to Jafra. So that's the way I look at how I wanted to be a leader, to make that difference in my own life, to get my own lifestyle in place so that I could continue to have the lifestyle that I was used to when I was working.
I love it. So thank you for that. And Pat, you must be bursting. I know last month we featured Shafika Miles a couple of different places, and she's
Yes.
one of your direct promotions. How does that feel when you see success of one of your leaders?
That feels absolutely amazing. It's like, it's the journey, it's like, wow, this is the journey. And to watch a person like Shafika, who said no to me so many years, just no, 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 every time she placed an order, and it was frequent and she would say no, no, no. And then the one day that she said yes, it was like one of the most exciting days of my life, when she said yes. And then to see her grow. And I remember saying to Shafika, just stick with me for a year. Just stick with me for a year and see what happens when you grow. And so she promoted, she had a need. And so it's real important for us to always watch and find what is the need of my consultant, and once you find that need, and you never give up on anyone. Never, ever, ever give up. The young lady that I just sponsored last month, I sponsored 3, and it was she said, I have a little clip, that it was 19 years. I asked her consistently, 19 years, and she finally said yes. And it's glorious. It's a glorious, heartwarming feeling to watch. It's like giving birth.
Right.
Like,
without all the pain, and stretch marks.
But there is some pain going on with leadership, but it's like all that pain you forget when you see them blossom into a beautiful, beautiful flower, a gorgeous gardenia or rose, or so yeah, it's really, really rewarding also.
I love that. So to all of you, as you listen to Pat, and thank you for sharing your story,
You're welcome.
really think about this year differently. When you invite people to be a leader, it's not about 11%. It's not about title. It's giving them these gifts that Pat is sharing from her heart. Make it a mantra this year to share and invite people. And that's the key. So thank you, Pat. I'm going to keep you here with us because right next to you is Carol Boyer. And Miss Carol, your Wi-Fi is back so we can see you and hear you. So I just want to say congratulations, because Pat is your direct leader in your district. So Carol, give us a little synopsis of why was leadership important to you, and what is it like growing a district from your standpoint?
Well, I just typed in the chat that Pat's also said no, she didn't have time to do this. When I first introduced her, the first party, she was the only guest, and the first place, and she began to tell me all the things going on in her life. I teach full time, I bowl on this night, I coach a boys team, blah, 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 blah. I have 3 kids. One of them was a little toddler baby, and I go, yeah, she's got a lot going on in her life. But it was great to have Pat as part of this team, and she's, as everyone knows, Pat is an awesome leader, and she keeps me honest, and she keeps me humble, because I need that. I need friends that are leaders too. So I didn't even know about leadership when I enrolled with Jafra, not until about 6-7 months later, when I went to a training in someone's house, and she was writing on a board, on a blackboard or whatever she had, and showing, oh, okay, I can make more money as a leader, and I didn't know that. And within a year, I moved up to leadership, and it's been awesome ever since. So I have to be honest. Yes, I do like the extra money. It comes in handy, and but I love growing leaders because number one, I'm proud of these leaders' commitment. First of all, they made a commitment, and that's the only thing that is missing. I know we have some future leaders on this call in our district. I won't call them out, but that you know who you are, and you're sitting here in this Zoom. And the only thing that is different between you and the leaders that are on this call is you're not committed. You're just not committed. And if you make that change to I'm committed, you know, and I know you might not be hungry, you got to be willing, committed, and hungry. So maybe you're not that hungry because, as Gina said, your full-time job or your retirement or whatever you're doing is paying your bills. But what's your dream? So the side gig of Jafra is the dreams. I love that, Gina, very, very much. And the number two reason, if we have a bigger wealth of leaders to add to our growth, because we've got Shavika, who is awesome with social media and her networking with others. And we have Pat, who is a wonderful teacher. I think she would have been a teacher even if she hadn't done that as her profession. And we can also prove to the team that it's possible. You can do this. And lastly, yes, the money is great. Yeah.
Well, and Carol, again, the pride of having Pat and then Shafika and all of your other leaders and future leaders, past leaders, just influencing people. And I say thank you, because Pat and Carol never not show up at anything. They are at everything. And you talked about dedication, commitment, and it's a decision to just be there, be present, and be sharing. And one other thing I want to take before we step away from Carol is that she said something magical, leaders. I too was like Carol. I did not know leadership. I drove 3 hours to go to a meeting, and I was in college, and I saw the comp plan for the first time. And I said, how come no one told me about this? I had been in for a couple of years. Back then, you know, you got a typed up newsletter, right, from Pat Waxell in the mail. And there wasn't an action, there wasn't all this information. So I'm going to challenge every leader, every one of you. How often are you showing what's available completely to everyone? Go back to take a look at every single meeting, every single week. They need to know what we have available to make those dreams come true. So I want to say congratulations to Pat and Carol. Go ahead, Pat, before we step away.
Thank you. I'm so sorry, but I must say this to everyone who's out there, you potential leaders, don't be afraid that you don't know what to do, because you have a team, you have your promoted leader. And I think that a lot of what holds a lot of people back is they think it's this huge responsibility, and that holds you back. You don't want that. You don't want that responsibility. But let me tell you just real quick, we have a dynamic leader in Jackie and in Judith and a whole home staff, because guess what? They provide us with everything. It's just repeating what you learn. It's just like they teach us, we teach you. And it's so easy. And it's just like ABC. So if you have a friend that you could call up right now and say, let's go to dinner or let's go to lunch, and you pick your favorite restaurant, they're going to spend more money there to eat something, digest it, and release it than you having to offer them an opportunity of a lifetime that will last them $9.90 for at least 2 years if they change their mind. But guess what? It's that simple. It's about sharing what you do with others and giving them that opportunity. I just wanted to say that. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, beautiful ladies. Appreciate you. And you are right. It is time to grow leaders. Each and every one of you, I invite you, as you sit here today, to take a look at who do you plan to grow in our 66th year. our beautiful Carol Boyer and Pat Clover, our board of directors. So as we pause, I'm going to end with just a couple more slides, and then we're going to go to our fast training for leaders to finish. And we're going to talk about recognition, reports, tracking your team, and having a lot of fun. As we look at leadership, today, pause. It's a new year. It's a new you. I know January 1st represents a new year, but I always looked at August as the real new year because it is a new year in Jafra. Have you always said, someday I want to wear red? Someday I want to get back to red? Stop wishing and hoping, and let's get committed, as Carol said, and let's do this together. You have a community, like Pat said. We have weekly coaching, weekly leader gatherings. If you decide, we're here for you. Join our board of directors 2022 by the end of 2022. That's district managers level 3 through ambassadors. We are here to help you. Don't forget, as you look at August, there's only 5 months ahead. Are you tracking for annual recognition as well? This is a time to hit reset, to renew you and where you're going, those dreams. Do you keep this chart in front of you? Do you put dates by the title you're going to become? If you don't, it's just a wish, it's not a want. So as we look at what is the best way to make income, it isn't selling. It's having more people who sell. It's more leaders who bring more people who sell. Jan and Frank built this company to have the richest compensation plan in the world, and it still is today, 66 years later. But are we talking about it? Are we selling it? Are we inviting? What do we have? We have 8 titles. How long have you been at your current title? There's manager first, and these are how you grow districts. Starts with 1 leader, 2, 3, all the way to 15. Vicki Hacking has been making a 6-figure income since the 1970s, and she's still by far the highest paid in the Amber region and one of the top 10 in the United States. And she works a few hours a day. She's been retired for years. This is where the opportunity comes from. When you develop others and invite them to have more, to have dreams and goals, then you help them do what you do. There's $23,000 of bonuses, not $1,200, $23,000 when you grow teams and help others grow teams. I am all about being a lady in red. I am all about just finding 5 people to start with 4 and give it a year, like Pat said to Shafika.
Yes.
The district director benefits, do you know them? Why do I believe it's the place where you could stop any job and build a career replacement? Because you make 17% on yourself and your central branch, 11% on direct promotions. Then when this would be like Carol and Pat, and next there's Shafika. And when Shafika promotes Donzella, right? That's a first and a second. And again, those lines pay 3%. 1%. Vicki Hacking goes all the way down 9 levels, probably has never met half the leaders. District directors have car allowances, $300 to $400 cash a month. You know what? The people we go to work for are the people under your roof or who used to live under your roof if you're older. And we have life insurance for them. When you're gone, $112,000 to $225,000. Beyond the pride, you know what? Being a manager is very lonely. It is. Been there, done that. Sitting with 5, 10, 20 leaders in a room, talking, brainstorming, planning. Go out and look for who you want in your boardroom this year. You know what? The 2 fastest growing leaders we've had in the English market in the last 10 to 15 years is Rosa Lopez and Jamie Cruz. And do you know why? They took the Mazda program. It taught them what to do. It gave them, far-reaching numbers. But there are people in their 20s, like Gina's meeting, that are willing to do this. That would have been me when I started at 18. I know that. but we didn't have these things. Once I knew what we had, look out. But that, again, people want to drive their own success today. This is the key in the future. Go back and take a look and look for people willing to work for 12 to 15 months. Jamie Cruz and Rosa Lopez, both, Rosa went in the car program 3 times. Life happened to her twice. No, she went in twice, sorry. And so life happened to her. So she got almost to the end. She was in month 11. But you know what? It was okay. She kept going and growing. They both went to district director level 2. Jamie, again, is now at district director level 3. She will be an ambassador within 2+ years. So, and Rosa, look out, she moved, she's back. She's going to do the same. So I say to all of you, just what Carol said, it is a time to truly go back and take a look at the best and richest program we have and invite people to buy, book, begin, but why not build? There is so much more when it starts with 4. So we have goals as I end this segment, leaders in the Amber region. We want to grow from 250 leaders to 300 now in this peak season. It's simple to get started. It's like sponsoring commission, and then you start to learn to lead. Don't wait to know it all, as Pat said. Just get your 4, get in, get your commission, and we'll teach you and learn as you go, just like you did as a consultant doing your first 10 parties. We want to grow our board of directors and add at least 5 new DM3s to ambassadors. And many of our board of directors are going to keep moving up by the end of this year. We want to grow our active base from 6,500 consultants to 7,500. We have to keep our A's active and bring in new. And more leaders bring in more new people. Together, we're going to do this, Amber region. You are the best. You built this company as the original Jaffra family. And we're going to grow it at 66 and through the end of 2022. I want to stop because now we're going to do a fast forward 30-minute training like we always do to give leaders a whole mindset. We know we already started by buying and selling, by sharing the opportunity and growing teams and team leaders. I want to thank everyone for sharing today live. Congratulations to all of you. And now I'm going to end this recording and we're going to quickly roll into part 2. Thank you.